Welcome back to the show. Joe Mantegna, the Weiland sisters, Kim Coles, and I are joined by the author of this book, by the co-founder of Ms. Magazine, Getting Over, Getting Older, Letty Cotton Pogrebin. I got it right, didn't I?
Perfect.
Wow. You have too many syllables, by the way. Just, I don't know if it, just you cut back a couple, I could get your name easier.
Too many syllables, too many names.
All that stuff. Good to have you here. We've both enjoyed the book a great deal, and I think I was motivated to actually read more of it because it's my birthday. Joe's pursuing it right now.
Just making sure I'm not in the book. I don't want to be thought of as older.
That's the problem.
Where is it that we start thinking of ourselves, or people start thinking of us as older?
Well, actually, they found that people say middle age begins when your last child moves out, and when you start worrying about health care, and when you don't recognize the music groups on the radio anymore. You know, I'm 3 for 3 on that one.
Yeah.
But in this country, we have actually the longest living generation in history. At the turn of the century, people were basically dead by 49. If you were 60, you were considered old. Only 1 person in 10 lived to be 60. Today we have, if you're a 50-year-old woman, you're going to live till you're 83.
You don't mind saying how old you are?
I'm 57.
57. See, I was going to say you don't look 57, but all that.
But you see, that's what it's about.
That's important, isn't it?
It's not only how you feel, though. I hate to be a Pollyanna about this, because I loathe turning 50. That's why I wrote Getting Over, Getting Older. At 49, I went into a really enormous tailspin. I had, like, existential angst. My memory was slipping. You know, it's like Gloria Steinem said, at this age, if you remember something, it's as good as an orgasm. You know? So
I think that's overstating it, don't you, Joe?
You haven't been there yet. And, you know, your body starts to crumble. It's been fine for, 3 decades, and all of a sudden it's like Gypsy Rose Lee said, I have everything I had 20 years ago, only it's a bit lower. Everything, gravitational pull takes its toll. Your friends start dying. It's depressing. I mean, to say to people, you're not getting older, you're getting better, it's just, whistling past the cemetery. So for me...
Getting those charcoal pills I need.
But I want to give you the optimistic bottom line on all this.
There, yeah.
Once you can actually confront all of these fears and face your own mortality, something happens that really sweetens time, because you're able to say, hey, I have less time left than I've already lived. What am I going to do with it? This is precious time. If I'm 50 and I'm going to live to be 83, that's 33 years. Now, I have daughters who are 32, and they've got a whole enormous, complex life. If I could look at the next 33 years as something that I can actually consider, an opportunity to change myself for the better, I love this wonderful aphorism. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Why don't we treat it that way? It's a beautiful concept.
You know what I like? What I identified with at 42 in reading the book was that I've found I am mellower than I used to be. That I do tend to take in more things with appreciation than I used to be when I was a bit more, hit the goalpost all the time.
Well, for you, you've admitted your age. You're 42.
Yeah.
You're probably right smack in the middle, if you're lucky and if you're healthy. And you said that you've used your 40th birthday as an opportunity to refocus yourself on health and fitness because you had been a workaholic. Now,
no,
everybody...
I had been too heavy for my height.
And too heavy for your height. Well, we all make a different diagnosis. But the question really for each person is, I got to go where I haven't been. That's where growth lies, where I haven't been. And for me, as I was approaching 50, I thought everything was just right, copacetic, I'm doing fine. And I had ignored a whole lot of things that really needed work. My fears, I'd gained 17 pounds, my metabolism changed. I was an athletic wimp, I never got up off my chair. I was alive kind of from the neck up, except sexually. And it was really time for me to say, take it on. Take on the fears. Get rid of, I had a phobia I had to get rid of.
Well, you're wonderfully candid in the book, too. I mean, you really sort of let it all hang out.
Especially for women in this society where ageism really works against us.
Exactly.
So I think it's
ageism is one of those words that, your eyes glaze over until you experience it. If you're like a widow or a divorced woman and you look in the personals and every man of 50 is looking for a woman of 28 to 40.
I'll tell you, we could do an hour just on this. I wish we weren't playing a little Beat the Clock. This is one we recommend to you, though. Getting Over, Getting Older, Letty Cotton Pogrebin, the author. It's an intimate journey and a good read. Good to have you with us. We'll be right back. There.
Yay!
What I wanted to say is I have